Hello guys and dolls, let's get the show on the road. As Alan Smith coming at ya. Let's get ready to rumble. Let's get ready to rumble. I see two watching. I see two watching. I see two watching. Oh, Gleason, hold on a minute, guys. I'm trying to get set up here. I'm trying to get us set up here. I see two watching. I see you guys. Just give me a minute to get set up. I'm trying to get the chat up. I see you guys. I see yous. 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 I see you. I see you. I do. I'm not gonna do it quite yet. I'm waiting for Dingy. I'm waiting for a lot of the rest of the crew to join the party. Cause I just get it. I just come in at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. So I've been trying to figure out what I'll do live and then end up making sure that everything was as in the spot. I'll make sure everything was spot bang on and make sure that, as I said, I won't just bust the box. I bust the box open. I always get it ready before I do a live stream. As in when I started doing the live unboxings because it makes it more fun. As in the live boxings, as in when it comes in, but it can take some time to come in. Aye, well, I know it is a big box. Because I've let Cent Hoarder know what he's let. Remember to take Dingy as you scribble out the address. So what I've done is the address, his address was on there. So what I done was I cut it with a rubbish pair of scissors because we're not allowed to give details the other people out, which I can understand. I've just had a notification of somebody else gone live, and we all know who that. We all know who that is. Lemonhead Penny. But I'm not going to do too many live calls at the same time. I'm going to do one at a time. No, hang is America. Ding me, I've just had a notification that ding me that Lemonhead pennies just starting up the auction because it's that day. It's that day. It's that day. I just didn't. I it wasn't my fault. It wasn't. This wasn't planned. But I had been waiting. I had been waiting for the box coming, and by the time the time it came was 8 o'clock. Was just about 8 o'clock, and now it's 11. And now it's 11. But that's Lemonhead pennies one. I'm not doing Lemonhead pennies one. I like to do one at a time because when you do a live stream or you do a video for YouTube, you want to try and promote it, but you don't want two videos to clash with each other. I know, Bill. I know. It's just went live. I saw it. It's 11 o'clock. It's 11 o'clock over here. And the whole idea was to do but I don't want to interfere. I don't want to interfere in my thing, me. I don't want to interfere. It comes with parcel. It comes with parcel force, so it could be anything for thing me. As in, that was USPS had sent a notification said it was on the transit at 10:30. At 10:30 this morning. 10:30 this morning, and it didn't arrive here till late. Because he probably done the further. What he's probably done is he's done the furthest drop first, and then he's coming back to the depot. As he was obviously coming back to the depot. Depot's down because where I usually get the invoices sent for, as in usually is Cambuslang, which is not that far away from me. So what they've done is they've done the furthest drop away, and then come back away, as in maybe going back to the depot, and as they were coming back the way to go back to the depot to drop off the lorry or whatever, they've cut through East Kilbride and dropped mines off. But I didn't just have one, I actually had two. That just happened to be the invoice sheet coming on Monday. I paid it on Monday, and Lemonheads turned up at the same time as that one, because that was supposed to be last week. But because obviously the customs had to be paid on it, the time the invoice sheet arrived was Saturday, and then when I paid it on the Saturday, it meant then the thing with all the deliveries for Friday was in Monday's one, so it had to be end up Tuesdays. I don't know where to tell me. I don't know where to just shut the live stream off and leave it. Probably maybe just leave it to tomorrow. Because as I said, I don't want to interfere in my thing, mate. I don't want to interfere in my Lemonheads auction, because a lot of the crew that we run about with go to the same auction, and it means then that the people will be in and out of mines going back and forward. I didn't expect Lemonhead to go live. I knew it was running about the time, because I emailed Lemon the other day or last week, and I know he hadn't been well, because when he didn't turn up on the Tuesday, I thought that's queer how he dang me there was no auction on Tuesday. So I went away down the other auctions, and then because I'd get worried about him, I thought I'll give him an email and find out if he's alright. And that's good that he's doing an auction tonight. But as I said, because I'm not going to open it, I'm going to leave it. Oh, Jesus. I dropped it. Because I'm going to just ding me. That's what I'm saying. I might just leave it and do it tomorrow, but then I've got a busy day tomorrow. As in at 11. So it need to be after that. But then it's better to catch you in the afternoon. That's what I might actually do. That's what I'm thinking, Bill. I'm thinking to myself, if I do it tomorrow and it gives it another 3 days, as in thing me, because it's better doing it in the afternoon, because it means then that some of the UK lot can see it as well. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's a magic coin. It's stamped thing me 1980 or something. That's what I'm thinking, Bill. Means then that there's more people here, and just leave this live up. There's no point in deleting it. I could leave it up, as in so that people know that I'm gonna do it tomorrow. And just restart it. Because I'm not going to bust that open yet. That's what I'm thinking. And I'm actually starting to get short of funds. Because it's not as if it's not as if you're not forced to buy it in the auction. But then I want to drop in. And then the only thing is, if I drop in that auction, I know right here now, if I see something I like, I'm gonna end up buying it. I know that for a certainty. I know what'll happen. I'll see a couple of bits. It's like you see a couple of bits and you're like, I'll just have a couple of bits, and then it ends up I'll just have another bit, and then it keeps on. That's what I find. You start with one bit and you go, I'll just bid on that, and then you go, oh, I like that one too. Put it this way, Bill, the problem is I need to sort what I need to keep. I need to sort out what I'm keeping and what I'm not. And then actually do an auction. I need to actually do an auction as in for. That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to section anybody out. I'm trying to think of an idea of some sort that includes everybody. But I don't expect. I'm not expecting them to buy it. I'm not expecting people to feel sorry or feel pity on this and just buying for the sake of it, just because they feel they have to keep me happy. I'd rather them buy it because they want to buy it. Because I've come up with a few ideas. Because what I decided to do was maybe do like a spin the wheel, but everybody wins on it. There's no actual loser. There's no actual losers. There's no actual losers on the actual wheel itself, because, as I said, Bill, I just got them in, the ones that I was saying to you about. Because what I was going to do was I was going to do a trade with you. What I was thinking is, if you're giving me a $2 bill, what I was thinking is that if you give me a $2 bill, a 50 pence, I'm thinking the value of a 50p goes back to the bank is 50p. So what I was thinking is, what if I give you what if I give you 4 UK coins for your $2 bill? But the only thing is, I don't like sending it normal postage, because I'm always thinking, well, what if I send that and Bill doesn't get that? That means then that I'm out of pocket because I've lost his coins. Bill then doesn't get his coins, so that makes him feel that I didn't send them in the first place, and that's why I always send them international tracking. But that international tracking sometimes comes round about the £20 mark. So either it means then that I need to pay it, which means then that I'm out of pocket, or we either half it, or I'll wait until I send you, as instead of just sending you 4 UK coins, what if I sent you a parcel, as in way, say, what, a surprise bag and 4 UK coins in it? No, I do worry about it, Bill, because you say to me, I didn't expect you turning in and saying about a $2 bill, and then you say to me, do you like a $2 bill? And then I started getting curious, why is Bill asking me, did I like the $2 bill? So then it makes me curious of what you were thinking in your own head. And that's why I was like, well, what? And then I was like, well, I didn't want you feeling that, okay, you want to give me a gift as a friend, but I thought, well, what if I make it, you get something I want, because I wasn't really worried about a $2 bill, but then I'm thinking, if I give you something back for the $2 bill, alright, I see, you like giving them out, right? No, because I've only just started doing, because that was 106, thing with 50p, and the whole idea was to put them, in the grab bag in the first place. That was the whole idea. Because what I'm thinking is, if I do $30 in the wheel, I know it's a lot of money, but then again, that covers the shipping cost. Because what I was going to do was I was going to enroll the postage into it. Instead of turning around and say to people, well, you're going to pay that for the spot, and then you're going to pay another $12 or $15 for postage or international tracking. Because the reason now I like international tracking is it gives me a number, a verification number, or a unique ID number, which means then that I can send it by email or by text or by messenger and say to them, this is the tracking number, so that they can watch it for the other side. And that's how I was like, well, what if? But then I'm thinking, there's nothing in the bag, there's nothing in the surprise bag that the Americans will want. And I was like, well, why not include something that's UK then? And I was like, but then I have to go to the bank, do a lot of searching for these coins, and somebody offered me them, and I was like, and then when she showed me that they were a mixed variety, I was like, I'm into this. And then she's like, well, I'm not making profit, or I don't want to make profit out of these coins. I was taking them back to the bank. These ones I feel that they're worth 50p. I want 60p for these ones, and I want 75p for these ones. And I thought, it's not a lot of money. And then I was like, well, how many have you got? And she's like, well, there's 200. So that was £111, not including the postage, as in thing, mate. And I was like, well, 200. And then when it was over 100, I was thinking, I don't really want to go as much as that. And then I said, well, what if we do, call it, with the postage, £70, I thought we'll call it over 50 because that gives me quite a lot of them. So that was 106, and then you turn around and says, well, you like 50 pence pieces, but you think that there's only one design on you 50 pence pieces. You've got like your Ribbit the Bear, you've got the Olympics, you've got the diversity, you've got the rugby on it, you've got ones with rugby on it. You've got one with Puddle Duck, you've got one with Jemima on it, you've got one with Tom Kitten on it. You've got all different designs of the 50 pences. Every time you look at a verse, you get the shield, right, which is just common, as in the shield. And then you've got the one which has got like a lion rampant on it. There's a lion on one side and there's a unicorn on the other. And it's like a coat of arms. They call it a coat of arms. And there's one with like a horse, but it looks like a unicorn. It looks more like a unicorn because it's got a thing sticking out its head. That's just normal run, and the same as the other one. But the diversities are not standard ones, as in with the diversity on it. I had a funny feeling there's about 15 diversities in that pack. That's what I'm saying. I've not opened that yet because that came in. I think I was Monday. That came in Monday. I was waiting for this Tuesday, and I think that came in Monday. Or was it the day? Was it the day? No, I think it was Monday. It was either Monday or Tuesday. It was either the thing we earlier on the day, but the postman brought that because it was special delivery. But that's because that came from Dingley. That came from London. So that's what I'm thinking. Because I don't mind dropping a couple in it or putting one in it. One in the pack. Okay, it's you're paying more for the pack. You're paying more for but then you're getting like 15. What I've done is I put 15 coins in there. So call it what, a pound a piece. So that's like thing, mate. And there's like I've put a 90%. I've put a 90% in there. Yeah, 90 or a 40% in there. I put $50 in there. And $50, I was getting about what, $12 each for them. Between 12 and 14. As in when we're buying them singly. Do you know what I mean? So I think it's well worth it. It's costing me more to make them up, but it's well worth making them up because it's a mixed variety. So you're not just getting like one coin, and that's why I'm trying to build a clientele base where I can actually get bits and pieces from and buy back and forward. Because I've put different coins in it. I can show you what it's inside it. I'm trying to not drop it in that box of stuff. Because there's a 5, there's a nickel, as in there's a proof 1. Shiny. I'm not going to go through dates. This is just dingly so that you can see this as an example. I'm using this one as an example bill, right? So there's nickel. There's a 40. You see it? And it says on it 40%. So that's probably Denver because it's red, as you can see. So where I've cut it off a proof set is it's immaterial, right? So there's 40%, $50, right? There's a blue one. Got a 1 dime. Right, these are different year dates, right? 1 dime. They're a Canadian, right? Which I got for another auction, BHF, as on eBay, right? There's 15 or there's a couple of them in the job lot, right? We Canadian nickel or the Canadian cent, right? The wee one, right? Canadian beaver, nickel, right? 5 cent. There another one. It's different year, right? 85. So the best of stuff I'm putting in it. It's not rubbish. Right? Can't remember what that is. Not sure what that is. Definitely, I know I got that off a thing, mate. There's some of them I got off a Lemonhead. It's a 5 Ori. With the crowns on it. I think that's Netherlands. Right? I make them up myself. They're a 5 pence piece. Right? UK 5 pence piece. Dated 2004, that would be 2014, right? Old halfpenny, 81, right? UK don't do the halfpenny anymore, right? So they're, I wouldn't say they're rare, but there's a value in them, as in they have a halfpenny. But the 5 pence, it'll be Cupro nickel. Right? They're a wheatie, right? 36D. A nice condition, right? It's sort of just in Busman's, but I'm not going on about that. 2019 Lowell, right? $25. As in taking out a roll. I took him out a roll. Right? Never even checked. Honest to God, Bill, I never even checked them for errors of varieties. Right? Never even checked them. Took it out a roll. Made sure that I didn't put any fingerprints on it. Right? Put that in. And another one. Another 5 cent. But a different year as well. Right? Blue one. They're a 2 pence piece. That'll be that's 1990. I'm trying to think what that one was. 2 pence piece. In nice condition. See, because of doing eBay, I sort of know the drill. I've just dropped one on the floor. Another quarter. 1970. There's another. What date's that? I think that's 72. That's 72 cent. And that's what I'm saying. So I'm making up. That's what I'm saying, Bill. I'm making up a good selection to put in there. Do you know what I mean? So it's not as if I'm putting rubbish. It's not as if I'm putting rubbish in it and knowing it's rubbish and then just ring me and saying, oh well, as and be done with it. Do you know what I mean? I'm actually thinking of it and thinking, well, what can I put in? what can I put in that's different, and maybe thing me. And then I'd been buying stuff off a Lemonhead, because when Lemonhead found out, and he says, and I kept saying to him about a grab bag, Lemonhead's like, well, why not buy bits and pieces off of me and put it into, and what we'll do is, or what you can do is put it into the grab bag, but then you've got to remember, as an expenditure of the stuff you're putting in. I'm fine, Kevin. You've got to think about the expenditure of what you're putting in it. So say, for instance, you put something in it that's worth the value of maybe, say, $8, I've got to take it as, instead of me saying, well, it's $8, I've got to put it into British pound and say, right, that's equivalent to $5 is equivalent to, like, it's, the conversion rate we get is about £1.20 to the dollar. So it'd be like $1.20, right? So I usually think about it as whatever it says in dollars, that's half. So say, for instance, at $5 over there, that's $2.50 over here. So I've got to put something in it, I've put something in it's $2.50. So then I'll turn around and say, right, $30, that package, take 12 off it. So there's got to be at least $12 worth in that package. But instead of me putting just $12, and that's it, I'm one of these people. I'm like, I just add another wee bit, and then I just add another wee one, and then I just add another bit to it, because I want it to think that I'm wanting the packages, I want the grab bags to be really good. I want to give the customers to feel as if they're getting a fair deal, and they're not getting ripped off, and they're not getting taken a lenny, so that they turn around and say, I want these packages. But that's what I'm saying. I've got to make, every time I make ones up, I need to make them different all the time. I don't want the same stuff in it all the time, so that they're getting something different every time they buy one, or every time they get one, or every time I make one up, every one of them's different. So there's, instead of 15 of the same, what I'm doing is I'm mixing it. So that's like, that one will be different to that one. So what I was thinking is, well, how many do I put in the wheel, right? You put, what, say 10 people at a time. So it's like 10 envelopes. So whatever that wheel falls on, whatever number it falls on. And that's what I was thinking. I'm not worried about it, Kevin. All I was worried about, as long as I've done my bit, I done my bit, and that's all I was worried about, as you get actually receiving it, so that you feel as if you've had a fair trade. Because I know some of these people on Facebook, they've done trades on Facebook or whatever else, and that person's turned around and says, I'll send it. They've done their part and sent their bit, and never received their bit. And that was the whole thing. And I was like, if I send my bit first to Kevin, it means then I've done my part of the bargain. It means then you feel that but then you're like, well, I've not done Alex, and then you're fretting about it. It'll come when it comes. I'm an easygoing person. If somebody emails me and says, for instance, I bought a package, and say, for instance, it wasn't coming that week, I'd rather them turn around and say to me, it's not coming this week. It might be next week, or it might be the week after. But I hate this one where it's constant excuses after another. And then you're like, and you feel as if you've been taken for a lenny. But when you've been told the truth for word go, and you've been honest about it and up front, That says a lot. I'm like, I respect a person for that. I really do. I really respect a person for being upfront and honest with me 100%, because it means then that I can trust them and they feel that they can trust me. And trust goes a long way. Hi Andrew. I'm not actually going to. I decided I'm not going to do it because, funny enough, I think there's a live on the now. If you want to pop on it, it's Sing Me as in Lemonhead's got his auction running the day. I didn't even expect it. I went on, started it up, and then all of a sudden, I seen Lemonhead pop up, because Lemonhead, I emailed him last week, and all I done was I emailed him to make sure he was okay, because I was really getting worried about him, and I'm thinking it's not like him on Tuesday. I'll leave it Tuesday, and just in case he's maybe catching up in his sleep, because I know that the diabetes plays up at times. Left it. But on the Friday, it got to about the Friday or the Saturday, and I was like, nobody's seen him about. I was like, by this time I was fretting about him, and I'm thinking, I hope nothing's happened to him. So I emailed him, and he said he'd been in hospital. But I told him, I says to him, just take it easy. But as I was doing the live, he's popped up, and usually I tend to like going over there as to see what I can dig up, because when I emailed you that thing about the Indian head pennies, it wasn't the ones I've got, it was other ones that I saw, and because you'd showed me ones, I was like, and it was these ones have got a good name on them. They're done by a certain person that wrote the actual book, and that's why they're sort of high end. But they were good ones. They were really, honest to God, Andrew, these ones were like EF condition, and I was like, they look really nice. But I didn't want to turn around and say to them, well, hold them for me, because I'm one of these people that I've had this before when we used to do car boot sales. Somebody turned around and say, oh, hold that for me. And so you put it away for them, and they'll say, oh, I'll be back in 2 hours, or I'll be back in an hour. And they never show back up again. So my dad got to the stage where he was like, first come, first served. So that's how I didn't hang me. I was like to the guy, I says, don't hold them back for me, but I might have a client who's interested in them. But when you've told me, when you've said to me on the messenger, no, you've already got them, I didn't go back and tell a person, well, you said that ding me. I just said that I might have a client for them, because as soon as ding me, but then I know. You're fine. I wasn't talking about you, Kevin. I was talking about ding me. I was talking about, was Lemonhead fun enough had went into hospital as well. I know sometimes ding me, some of these don't keep too well. But then we never turn around and say, well, we feel ill or whatever. We just turn around and say, and everybody's like, are you fine? I am okay. And that's, it's like you just leave it. You leave it at that, because you don't want people, you don't want to feel as if you're dragging people down. Plus also you don't want to be like, because that is your personal business. You know what I mean? That's your personal life. You feel it's as if people are invading that, so you tend to not tell everything. But there's people actually worried about you and saying to you, look, you sure you're alright? And you're like, I'm fine. I'm grand. Because I was showing off the thing I was saying to you. But what I'm thinking is then, like a spin the wheel idea. We're using the grab bags. What I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to do the live stream tomorrow. I think I'll leave it tonight and I'll do the live stream tomorrow. I've got a couple of things on tomorrow. but it'll probably run about sort of afternoon. But what I'm gonna do is, as I said, I've actually made 2 parcels in, but they come in late on that one. But I don't want to do as in 2 people. See, I've one of these ones that I don't want to as in put 2 people together, as in two different channels. So what I'm thinking is, I'll leave that the now and the Cent Hoarders first, for so that YouTube promote that video further up the ranking. Because that's what Snobby was saying to me. If you do too many videos, they clash together, so they don't promote them, or it doesn't go higher up the list as in to get out there on the YouTube system. So what I'm thinking is, ding me, I will do, Andrew. That's what I'm saying. I probably bring about the afternoon, because I got one of them. It's like I looked after reviewing and thing. Me, it's all done because of COVID. No, this it's lockdown. It's a meeting through. It's a meeting through the internet. So I've had to pull the other notebook out, or the other HP out, and do all that. And yesterday was just blooming nightmare. The last time I done it around about what? The last time I've done it around about tea time. It was sort of going on tea time the last time, as in on the Sunday one. I sort of try and work it around about the Americans, because usually what I do is I think, well, there's no point doing it in the morning, because as we're waking up, they're going to bed. So the time difference. So I usually leave it. Usually I usually see it getting I've seen it get busy around about lunchtime in the as in for the UK, or sort of lunchtime they start waking up and they start moving about, Americans. So I usually leave it to about sort of 2ish sometimes, and then I get in. I'm one of these people, I get impatient, because dang me, it's like it's like going to a job and there's no work fee, and you're sitting about and you're twiddling your thumbs, and you keep looking at the clock and you're thinking, at time, I wished it would just pass. But then if you keep busy, the time flies by, and then it becomes 6 o'clock. Like this one, I've waited until it's not turned up to 8. So that stuff's not turned up to 8. Then I've emailed them back and forward another half an hour. It's come 9. Then it ends up as the time I try to get ready, another half an hour. It come 10, and then I thought I'll just hit it before going to bed, because I was just going to get started and get laid down and all the rest. Because I was actually thinking, well, I wonder if there is going to be an auction tonight or not. I wasn't sure. As I said, that's Cent Hoarders, and I'm not going to as I said, I'm not going to open it yet. Well, I've been told the high end rolls a wee sense. He never sent them ones. And the Jefferson Nichols. He never sent them. They'll be in his next parcel when I get another parcel off him. It could be a month, or it could be more than a month. But he definitely says the Indian head pennies. Aye, the Indian head pennies is in there. I'm blooming sure it, because I seen the thing marked 80. They're in there. Because that's a thing, mate. Because Andrew, that's a whole load of thing, mate. That's a whole load of form. That's a whole bag. And I know there's 2 other wee. I think that's them. I'm sure it. Because it says he's marked the price on it. instead of saying 80 of them, it says 60 on it. So that's what was agreed. So I reckon that's them. There will be 80 of them. There'll be 80 coins in there. It looks as if it's nothing, but it's because it's wrapped up. So we'll soon find out, Andrew, what ones is in there. So I'll be waiting to thing me. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to open and as and so that he can see what I got, plus also he knows that then I thing we showed it. So it means then it promotes his channel and it shows that me actually getting it. So it shows other people that you do receive parcels as in international shipped. But that's why I paid the bit extra so that basically I can watch it through the system as in through international tracked. And that's why I did it with Lemonhead. Okay, it might be $75 as in for a box, but it's well worth it. And that one, you could feel the weight. You could actually feel the weight in that one. That one you could feel the weight. That one it was sort of like that. Lemonhead's one's heavier than what this one is. But the difference is that's built up stock. That's built up stock. Because that was stuff that thing me. Because sometimes what happens is somebody will say to me, I've got a supplier, and they'll say, I'm going to my supplier, do you want anything? I'll not pick and choose it. If I get this rapport with somebody and I feel that I can trust them fully and I know the stock that they're actually buying, and they turn around and say, I'm running short of funds, I'm wanting my supplier, can you do 200? I know fine well that I'll get good stock out of that for that 200. And that's sometimes thing me. And I don't mind. But that's once you built a rapport with somebody and you can trust them and they can trust you, and you're buying on a constant basis, that's when it becomes really good. And Lemonhead stuff is, honest to God, as to what I said to Lemonhead, the camera does not give it justice. It's like my camera, right, or my microscope. My microscope's only a $20 thing. Do you know what I mean? It's not the greatest. And my computer's like my Chromebook's like a £200 special with HD. It's not got like the 4K. It's not got like 4K and all that. It's a built-in webcam, and that's what I use as in for live streaming and then videos when I'm in the front of the camera. But I can switch between we using StreamYards. I can switch back and forward for USB to that to show me. But as I said, the microscope and the camera, it don't do justice on coins. It's when you see them up close and you go, oh my God, is that what I see that? Is that what I actually see? And the eye is so, honest to God, you look at something that close as in by eye and you're like, am I actually seeing things? And you're like, oh my God, that is something, do you know what I mean? It's something else when you actually see it physically up close, when you're actually holding it in your hand and you're like, oh wow, look at that coin, that is me, that's like mint condition. And you're like, oh, do you know what I mean? It's like seeing a beautiful woman, an attractive woman, and it just catches your eye and you're like, oh my God, am I actually seeing things? And that's like what a coin. You're like, it's like a guy creaming himself. Oh my God, Jesus Christ! Am I actually physically holding that? He can't actually believe it. It's like a kid in a candy store for seeing a bit of candy for the first time, and they're like, oh my god, do you know what I mean? That's what it's like with a coin when you actually see it physically up close. And that's what my old man used to say, when you're actually physically seeing stock, as pictures. So my old man used to say a picture can be so deceiving. It can be, you could take it for a mile away from an object and make it look so good it's unreal. And then when you see it physically up close, you're like, you're like, like that, physically sick. But when you actually see something in it and somebody trying to describe that in words, it's a lot to put in a description. You're trying to get it word perfect. And you're trying to describe it as it is, as honestly and openly. Because that's what I used to do for when I used to do eBay. I used to undersell stuff, but I had to do it because you don't want the customer's expectations up there, because you trying to get the customer's expectations for there down to that level to reality. It's like busting a bubble. It's like you physically busting their bubble, and they get so upset. But if you can get a customer's expectations to a certain level, and then you overdo it, and they actually physically see it, and they're like, "Oh my god, he didn't just send me that," and they're like, "That is." I mean, the quality speaks for it. When I keep saying it, see, this is what Americans can't understand. When I say quality, that's like you saying grade, as in like you've got as in bottom grade, and then you get a grade up for that, and then you get middle grade, and then you get the top grade. Well, we don't say that in the UK. We talk about, as when we say quality, that's when you're talking about products at a certain level. And that's why I always say quality, because quality sells itself. If you've got the best of stock, it goes quick, especially if you put it in you put a good spread on and you display it well and it looks well and it's well presented. It's like you having a shop and you have the front window. Your front window is like your display. So you're displaying your items so that people come in the doors, and you've got to think about what spread do I put on here. And it's not as easy as it looks. But once you get it right and set it right and it looks well, that's what draws people in. And once you have that, that's what you want. But when you get the ball rolling, you can't stop the ball rolling, because the minute you stop the ball rolling, it's hard to get it back revolving again. But when you've got a good reputation, that helps you because it sells itself as well. Right, well, I suppose I better, as I said, I'll leave this to tomorrow, but I'm not going to delete this video. I'm going to leave it up, and then I'll probably end up tidying up again, because the place is in a absolute state. And then I'll probably catch you lot on Lemonheads at Lemonheads auction. Hopefully I've not missed a lot. So that box I think will be for tomorrow's episode. Thanks for popping in, guys. As I said, give it a like, give it a share, and take care. Bye.